Hi, welcome back to WebGlow. This is the second part of our full HTML course. In this lesson, you'll learn how to create ordered and unordered lists, how HTML attributes work, how to comment your code, and how to display images on your website. So let's get started. You can remove all of this code and press Ctrl+S to save as usual. First of all, let's learn about ordered list and unordered list in HTML. The unordered list is used to create a list where the order of the items doesn't matter. It's called an unordered list because it just adds bullet points in front of each item. To create an unordered list, type UL and enter. Let me zoom a little bit so you can see everything. All right, this tag comes in pairs because we will add some item inside of it. So now the keyword UL stands for unordered list. So inside of this UL tag, which stands for unordered list, type LI and press enter. And here you can type something like Apple. Well, the li tag stands for list item, and it usually used inside of the ul tag, which stands for unordered list. So now, right below it, type li again, and we can type mango. Now, let's add another one, li, enter, and in here we can add another item. It can be, let's say, banana. All right, so now we have three items inside of our list. We have apple, mango, and banana. And as you can see, when using the unordered list, it adds bullet points in front of each item. In front of apple, we have a bullet point. In front of mango, we have another bullet point. In front of banana, we have another bullet point. So we use the unordered list when the order of items doesn't matter. And now the UL tag comes in pairs, an opening tag and a closing tag, and as well as the li tag. The li tag comes in pairs. So an opening tag and a closing tag. So whenever you see a tag that comes in pairs, it means there is content that goes inside of it. All right, so now let's move on. Now let's learn about ordered list. Well, an ordered list is used when the order matters, like when you're listing steps or tasks. All right, let's use the ordered list to create some tasks. Right below this UL tag, type OL and press enter. Now inside of it, let's add our very first task, LI, press enter, and we can say wake up, and then second task, li, have a breakfast. Now let's add our third task, li, and learn HTML. Now, if you press Ctrl+S to save, now as you can see, you have first task, second task, and third task. And instead of bullet points, it adds numbers in front of each task. Now you have task 1, task 2, and task 3. Now I'll teach you how to comment your HTML code. If you want to comment your HTML code, all you have to do is copy the code that you want to comment, copy it, and then you can completely remove it. And now open angle bracket, exclamation mark, and then double dash. And as you can see, it's just autocomplete for me. But if it does not autocomplete for you, you can just type double dash again and then closing angle bracket. Inside of these, you can just paste your code, the HTML code that you want to comment. you can paste the entire code that you want to comment and then press Ctrl plus S to save. And as you can see, we just commented out a list and now you cannot see your list anymore. It is not showing up on the page anymore. All right, so now let's learn about HTML attributes. What are HTML attributes? Attributes in HTML give extra information about the element. They always go inside the opening tag and they usually come in a name and value pair. All right, so now let's see how attributes work by adding an image to our website using the img tag. So first of all, go to your project folder and in here you can just add an image, any image that you want. It can be PNG or JPG. So let's just add an image. I will just paste an image here inside of my project folder and I will rename it. You can rename it if you want, but make sure that you name it something simple. For instance, my image, or you can just name it image and press enter. And now let's move back to our Visual Studio Code. If you click on this file icon right here, and you can see your image here. If you click on it, you should be able to see your image. You should be able to view your image. Clicking on this closing icon right here. And you can also close this tab as well by clicking on this file icon again. All right, so now you can remove the code inside of the body section. And again, let's put the code editor and the browser side by side. All right, so now you can just go ahead and press Ctrl plus S to save everything. We will use the image tag to learn about HTML attributes. So just type img, which stands for image. It's just an image tag, and you will use it to display image on your website. And you will use it a lot. Press enter. And inside of these double quotes, you can just type your image name, image.png, and type enter. And inside of here, you can add a description for your image, my image. All right. So now this is an attribute, and this as well is an attribute. And as I said earlier, they usually come in a name and value pair. This is the name of the attribute, SRC, which stands for source, and this is the value, which is our image in this case. So the name of the attribute and the value. This SRC right here stand for source, as I said earlier. It tells the browser where to find the image, which is our image in this case, and here is our image.png. This alt attribute right here stand for alternative text, and the alt attribute is like a description of the image. It shows up if the image doesn't load, and it also helps screen readers describe the image to people who can't see it. So now you know about the alt attribute and about the src attribute. And there is a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot of attribute in HTML. And you will learn about all of these attributes as you keep on coding in HTML, as you keep on building project in HTML. You will learn about all of these attributes. And of course, I will take my time to teach you about all of these attributes as well. Yes, that's what I'm here for. All right, so now you have your image tag and you have the src attribute with its value, which is the image that you want to display on your website. And you also have the alt attribute, which can be used in case that the image doesn't load on your website. It's like the image description in case that something happened. Okay, let's say that the image cannot load on your website, the my image text will show up on your website. All right, so now if you press Ctrl plus S to save, you should immediately see your image. But the only problem is the image is too big. So we have to resize it a little bit. So let's say width equal to 100 or 200, and let's say height equal to 200 as well. And let me just make it smaller so you can see everything. Um, Let me put this right here. Okay, so now you should be able to see everything. So make sure that you write it as I wrote it. WIDTH equal double quotes 200. HEIGHT equal double quotes and 200. All right, so now press Ctrl plus S to save. The width and height attributes are used to change the size of an image. Width controls how wide the image is, and height controls how tall it is. So if your image is too big, you can give it a width of 200 pixel. So if you give it a width of 200 pixel, it'll be 200 pixel wide. And if you give it a height of 200 pixel, so it'll be 200 pixel tall. So now I'm going to explain to you what pixel are. You heard me saying pixels, 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 and I know not everybody knows what pixels are. So I'm going to explain to you what pixels are. Pixels are how we measure size on a screen. So if you set your image width to 200, so now your image will be set to 200 pixel wide from left to right. And if you set the height of your image to 200 pixel as well, so now your image will be 200 pixel tall from top to bottom. So now you know what pixels are. And one more time, pixels are how we measure size on a screen. Now, if you open your browser and right click anywhere on your browser and click on Inspect, this is called the DevTools. It lets you visualize your code, edit your code, and so on. If you hover over your image tag, and as you can see, your image is highlighted. And now, if you hover over your image name, image.png, and as you can see the link of your image. All right. So now, if you right click and scroll all the way up, and you can click on edit as HTML, now you will be able to edit your code. Right below it, type opening angle bracket, then H1, then closing angle bracket. And you already know what is an H1 tag because I explained this to you in the first part of this full HTML course. So inside of it, you can type subscribe to WebGlow, click anywhere outside, and there you go. So now you have a text that says subscribe to WebGlow. All right, and yes, you can subscribe to our channel, and you can also give this video a thumbs up and leave us any comment in the comment section down below because it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm, like anything that you want. If you find this tutorial helpful, you can just leave us a comment in the comment section down below. Keep in mind, the changes that you make here are temporary. As soon as you refresh your browser, everything goes back to normal. Your original code stays the same. So now, if you refresh your browser, and as you can see, everything came back to normal. Now, if you hold the left edge of your DevTools window and drag it to the left or to the right, and look at the very top, you can see the width and height of your website on different screen sizes, phones, tablets, or laptops. The first number you see, the one that say 500 pixel, is the width. It shows how many pixels wide the screen is. And the second one, the one that says 428 pixels, the second number is the height, and it shows how many pixels tall it is. And as you can see, as long as you keep on dragging it to the left and to the right, the width keep changing, but the height stays the same. The height is still 428 pixels, while the width keep changing. Now, if you want to place the DevTools in a different position, if you want to place it at the bottom, you can just click on these three dots right here. And here you can just click on this icon. Now the DevTool has been placed at the bottom. And now if you do the same thing and hold the top edge of your DevTool window and drag it from bottom to top and top to bottom. And now, as you can see, the width stays the same, but the height keep changing. And this is because we are only changing the height of the screen. Click on this three dot right here and click on this icon right here. Now, if you do what you just did earlier, hold the left edge of your DevTool window, and now we're just changing the width of the screen. So that's why only the width of the screen is changing, but the height stays the same. And you can also click on this device icon right here. If you click here, you can choose any devices to see how your website look on them. For example, this Samsung Galaxy, just click on it. All right. And you can do a lot and a lot and a lot more. You can play around with it. So now, if you accidentally change something in the DevTools settings, all you have to do, click on these three dots and settings, then scroll all the way down and click on restore defaults and refresh. Restore defaults and refresh. All right, so now let's move back to our Visual Studio Code, and you can close this dev tool. Let me show you how to close it. To close your dev tool, just click on this closing icon. Put the browser and the code editor side by side as usual. All right, so now you can also add a title attribute to your image. So the title attributes gives extra information about the image. You can just type title and say this is a car and press Ctrl plus S to save. So now when someone hovers over the image, they'll see a little pop-up that says this is a car. You see, when you hover over the image, you see a little message, a little pop-up message that says this is a car. All right. And later on, when you start learning CSS, you will be able to make the image looks even better. And of course, you can change the width and the height. If you want, you can set it to 100, 200, 300, to whatever you want. Well, guys, this is how we close the second part of this full HTML course. And in 3 days, we will post the third part of this full HTML course. So if you like this tutorial, make sure that you like, comment. You can leave us any random comment in the comment section down below. It just helps with the YouTube algorithm. It helps a lot and a lot and a lot. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the third part of this full HTML course. You can find the first part of this full HTML course on our YouTube channel. And in the third part of this full HTML course, I will teach y'all how to display videos audios, button, input, and links on your website. And you can also visit WebGlow Camp, where we have some cool projects using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So visit WebGlow Camp, and I'll make sure that I include the link in the video description. So see you